Daily Express reports cyber war alert as Russia hits back. Who knows if any of that's true? Came out in the Vault 7 releases, if you remember, just last year, CIA leaked documents that they were already using computer programs to frame foreign countries for attacking the U.S. Well, we've got the masters of puppets, the globalists, the neocons, the controlled globalist left, openly trying to maneuver the U.S. into war with Russia. And when you saw last Friday here in our time zone, last Saturday morning in the Middle East, when you saw those strikes, the 100-plus cruise missiles slamming into their targets and 2,000-pound bombs being dropped on their targets by B-1 bombers, I said, listen, Trump has reversed himself on everything he said about Syria. He knows what's going on there. He knows the rebels have staged chemical attacks before. He's tweeted about it. The Russians warned a month before that was happening, and that was going to happen again. The Russians were pulling out. Trump was pulling out. Peace was breaking out. And I said, mark my words, the hawks will take this as weakness, and they will have the fake polling agencies claim the president's polls are up, and they will start pushing for more military strikes, more sanctions on Russia, to push Russia into some type of response. And now Russia is saying that they are looking at responses. Daily Express reports cyber war alert as Russia hits back. Who knows if any of that's true? Came out in the Vault 7 releases, if you remember, just last year, CIA leaked documents that they were already using computer programs to frame foreign countries for attacking the U.S. But I'll be clear, I'm patriotic. That's why I've supported Trump. He is a nationalist. He's been bringing the country back. I'm still glad Trump's in office. So when I got mad Friday night, it was because emotionally Mattis had come out and said, we don't have any proof. We're probably not going to go to war. And then hours later, you saw that happen. I had gone home Friday thinking that, good, Trump's still Trump. And when it happened, there's the emotion of, will Russia strike back? Well, they didn't. So now the neocons and others say, must be John Bolton, I guess, advising the president. Things sure changed after he got in a few weeks ago, bombs away, that suddenly now we've got to have conflict with Russia. This is really bad at an intellectual level, at an instinctive gut level, at a spiritual level. We can all feel it. And so it's my horror at is the president being turned? That said, you see the accelerating Comey with all the corruption he's been involved in and covering up the Clinton crime network and his whole family voting for Hillary and him praising Hillary. And ABC News and NBC News, they all call him totally nonpartisan and, oh, the good boy. Just look at those psychotic eyes. Look at that con man's eyes if you're a TV viewer. He makes the skin on the back of your neck crawl. Looks like a serial killer. And it's not just how he looks with that predator's eyes, smiling and trained to not look vicious, but it just oozes out the corruption. Mueller can't even hide it. It's just a raving, power-mad, raging narcissist loon that covered up all the crimes of the Clintons, of George W., of the NWO. Mueller, brought in by the deep state right after 9/11, 1 week after to cover everything up. Brennan, all of them completely delusional, megalomaniacs. And the left and the globalists in Hollywood, Mueller is the deep state's president, and Comey is the vice president, and they treat them like they're emperors. They treat them like they're gods. And so I've made so many sacrifices, so has my family, this crew, to defend Trump because the globalists hated him and because he was restoring power back to our country. So it's a love-hate thing. I love what Trump's doing, but then I hate it when he starts to go sideways to these people because they're never going to stop. Trump's a symbol of nationalism and resistance now. They will destroy him for sure if he becomes compromised and starts working with them. And this whole Syria thing is a big sign in that direction. I get the calculus of doing it to scare North Korea. I get other calculus to scare Iran. Still, it's immoral to back ISIS and al-Qaeda who've been caught launching the chemical attacks before in Syria. That's why I'm so upset, and everybody should be really worried.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
You're a white male! You're a white man!
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
InfoWars comes to mind.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
There's a lot of controversy around this network about Alex Jones.
Google is being accused of hiding negative stories about Hillary and her campaign by changing its algorithm to bury stories like the Clinton body count story. That's according to website InfoWars.
It sounds like it's confirmed there are at least 2 shooters with fully automatic weapons.
Dr. Martin Luther King has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee.
JFK was shot from the back and the front.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion. It just pancaked.
They took the babies out of incubators and left the children to die on the front floor.
I think this is a national security imperative. We have clear things that we do not understand how they work, operating in areas that we can't control.
UFOs.
Is this global governance at last? Is it one world, the central bankers in charge?
Israel claims the attack was accidental, but some former U.S. naval officers say it was on purpose. They describe the day's action as part of a continuing cover-up.
Russian intelligence compiled a dossier on Mr. Trump during visits to Moscow.
Russian scum!
Denied everything. He called it all fake news.
And he accused CNN of being fake news.
This is a national emergency.
If they kill Trump or remove Trump, it will cause a massive civil war in this country.
This is a FEMA high-level alert.
We are at war with Russia.
Are you aware that Mr. Stone also stated publicly that he was in direct communication with Julian Assange and WikiLeaks?
The White House and the President are citing InfoWars.
They could shut us down. You're next.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance. It's Alex Jones.
Alpha Power. Here's what you want to know. You want to go to InfoWarsStore.com and read the hundreds and hundreds of 5-star third-party reviews on this product. And also remember that when it came out 4 months ago, it sold out in 3 weeks. Because people that know about these type of products looked at the ingredients list and looked at the potency list, and people went crazy. The average male or female enhancement over-the-counter supplement has some real stuff in it. It just has a little bit in it. Because I work with the top 4 formulators in the country, and they say, listen, no one puts as much as you do into these. They said your leading competitors might put $6, $7 in, and you're putting $15, $20, $30, $40, depending on the product, in them. Nobody else does that. Well, we do, and that's why they're so powerful. Again, Alpha Power sold out for months. The second shipment is now in at InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.